Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making these delicious hot honey chicken and waffle sandwiches. So guys, make sure you stay tuned for the recipe.
All I see is blessings, got no time for stressing. Don't believe in failures in my life, it's only lessons. They just making room for what I'm on now. I don't got a clue, but I know the one who does know how. Oh wow, it's like I'm learning.
Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on this waffle mix. So I'm adding in some flour and a little bit of baking soda to my mixing bowl, along with some salt and a little bit of white sugar. Then I'm going to add in my vanilla and some nutmeg, which is optional. And then I'm just going to add in my milk. You guys can use regular milk or almond milk, along with some butter. And I'm going to make sure that I give that a really good stir. Going to stir that around and make sure that all of the clumps are out. And then once that is done, I have my waffle maker heated on high. So I'm just going to add in my waffle mix to that. And I'm just going to fill it all the way up. Now this waffle batter does make about 3 waffles, so it's up to you guys how you want to use your extra waffle. So now I'm going to close that up, and then I'm going to cook it until it's nice and golden brown. Now I like mine a little bit crispier, but you definitely can do it to your liking. And then you're just going to continue to repeat this step until all of your waffles are made. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the hot honey sauce. So I'm adding in some honey to my pan, and I'm adding some Louisiana hot sauce, which is my favorite hot sauce. Highly recommend Louisiana hot sauce. And I'm just going to stir that all together and make sure that all the hot sauce and honey is mixed together. And then what I like to do is add in my garlic and onion powder. This just gives it a really nice flavor. And then I added some water mixed with cornstarch. This is going to help thicken up your sauce. So make sure that you do not skip this step. Otherwise, you're going to have a really liquidy sauce, and it's going to make your chicken less crispier. And then I'm just going to cook this until it thickens up. And then I added in a little bit of smoked paprika for a little bit of extra flavor. Definitely recommend adding in the smoked paprika. It gives it a nice smoky flavor, and it really does pair well with the sauce. So I have my chicken, I'm adding that to my bowl, and then I added in some all-purpose seasoning, and I'm adding in some garlic powder and a little bit of onion powder, which is definitely mandatory. And then I added in some black pepper. And then I'm adding in my smoked paprika, which again is really good for flavor. And then I'm just going to mix that up all together. Now it is optional how much sodium you want to add to your chicken. It's definitely up to you. Next, I'm going to prep my ingredients to get my chicken coated. So I'm adding in 1 egg to a separate bowl, along with a little bit of milk. And then I'm just going to stir that together until all of the yolk and the milk is mixed together. Next, I'm going to get another separate bowl, and I'm going to add in my breadcrumbs. Now I'm going to be using panko breadcrumbs because it gives your chicken a nice crispy texture, so I highly recommend that. Then I'm adding in my all-purpose seasoning, along with my black pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder and paprika. So all of the seasonings that I'm going to be using to coat my chicken is going to be the same seasonings all throughout the recipe. So I'm just going to mix that together until it is fully combined. Then I'm going to get another separate bowl, and then I'm just going to be adding in my white flour along with the seasonings that I've already used. And if you guys are looking for the measurements, I will have the measurements available in the description below, so guys, make sure you check that out. And you can skip on the seasoning for in the white flour if you're trying to watch your sodium. So next, I'm just going to add my chicken to my white flour, and then I'm going to coat it in my egg and then I'm going to coat it in my breadcrumbs. You guys want to make sure you get that packed down really nicely so you get a really nice even coating of breadcrumbs on your chicken. Then I'm adding that to my fry pan. I have my heat on about medium high. Definitely watch the temperature on the oil because panko breadcrumbs can cook quickly, so just be mindful of that. And just going to add that to my pan and let it cook until it is golden brown on one side, and then I'm just going to flip that over, and then I'm going to let that continue to cook and until it is nice and golden brown and cooked all the way in the middle. Next, once my chicken is fully cooked and nice and golden brown and crispy on the outside, I'm just going to take my sheet pan that I have lined with paper towels, and I'm going to drain the excess grease off of my chicken tenders. And yes, guys, I do like to take extra paper towels and damp off the excess on top as well. Definitely try to remove as much oil as possible. Then I have a separate bowl that I'm going to be adding in my chicken strips to that. And I'm going to add in my hot honey sauce. Now you guys see the consistency of the sauce is not too runny, but it's not too thick. So if you cannot pour it, you made your sauce too thick. And if it's too runny, it's just going to make the chicken soggy. So just definitely be mindful of the thickness of your sauce. So I'm just going to make sure I get that nice and coated, and then I'm just going to flip it on another side and add some more of that sauce to make sure I have my chicken fully coated, and I'm going to give that a really nice stir. Okay guys, so it's now time to plate. So I just divided my waffle into fours, and I'm going to be using one waffle to make 2 sandwiches. So I'm adding on my chicken strips to that, and then you guys can add on a little bit more sauce if you like a little bit more sauce, and then you can top it with your remaining waffles. And then I'm just adding in a toothpick so when I go to bite down, my sandwiches don't slide. And guys, yes, this recipe was such a delicious recipe, so guys, make sure you check the description for the measurement ingredients. And then also guys, I do sell aprons, so guys, make sure you click the link in my description to get your apron. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post my next video. And guys, thank you so much for watching.